यस्य नाहङ्कृतो भावः बुद्धिर्यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमान् लोकान् न हन्ति न निबध्यते.
One, free from the egoistic concept. Which egoistic concept? The previous one, where you consider yourself, the individuality, as the doer, whose intellect is not stained. Even though killing these people, such a one kills not, is not bound. So what he's trying to say here is that when you understand that you just have a role to play, you don't get mixed up in the role, you don't linger in that particular experience, then what will happen is, and you don't play that role with this egoistic concept that I am performing the action, you surrender to the divine force. What happens is, whatever action you perform, you will not be tainted. It will not rebound on you as one more vasana, one more desire in your personality, and it will not impact on you in any way. So he says, such a one, this is with particular reference to Arjuna. Though killing, kills not. Don't take it personally. Don't go around saying, even if I kill not, so I've got the license from the Gita. No. What he means is, see, it's like this. When a surgeon performs a surgery, and no surgeon in the world will perform a surgery to kill a patient. The surgeon is totally dedicated to the well-being of the patient. But in spite of his best effort, sometimes the patient dies. Would you call the person a murderer? No. Does he develop murderous vasanas? Will the law get after him? No. In fact, the irony is sometimes, every surgeon is concerned about protecting his record. And so when he sees a patient who may not survive a surgery, he doesn't even take on the patient. But a surgeon who's truly dedicated sometimes takes on difficult cases because he says, okay, let's try. Let's try and do something for the patient. The patient might die in spite of his best efforts. So also, all of us need to perform actions at times which are tough, where you need to take harsh decisions. But those decisions depend, or the quality of the action depends on the motivation behind it, the attitude that drives you to the action. As long as that is clear, and as long as you're doing it as your obligatory duty, with compassion, whatever be the result, you're not tainted by it. Because Arjuna here feels that how can I kill my guru? How can I kill my ancestor? These two people are the ones who have been my benefactors all my life. How can I kill them? To which Krishna is saying, as long as your attitude is that of wanting to uphold righteousness, whatever be the result, you will not be tainted by it. You're not bound. So when you perform actions without ego, where there's no ego playing, your intellect is not tainted, it's not stained, and therefore you are not bound. You are free. No vasanas are created in you. And this is what you need to understand. Action itself does not taint you. It is the manner in which you perform the action that rebounds on you as vasanas. If you perform desire-ridden actions, kamya karma, you get deeper in the mess. If you perform niyatam karma, obligatory action, you get freed. And that he talks about later. 18.